Welcome back to the Secret Witnesses of Fatima. In episode 1, part 1, we met Dominic Reis, an American citizen from Holyoke, Massachusetts, who was living with his father and mother near Porto, Portugal in 1917 at the time of the miracle of the sun. In part 2, we will hear directly from Dominic himself and some of the incredible details about the miracle, details that could only be given by one of the secret witnesses of Fatima. What follows is an exact transcript from an early 1960s television interview with Dominic.
The sun started to roll from one place to another place and changed to blue, yellow, all colors. We see the sun come toward the children, toward the tree. Everybody was hollering out. Some started to confess their sins. Even my mother grabbed me to her and started to cry, saying, "It is the end of the world." And then we saw the sun come right into the trees. And then the little children get up and turn around to the people and told the people, pray and pray hard because everything is going to be all right. And then the children walked to the tree and talked in the direction of the tree. And we saw the children bend down just like to bow to somebody. I don't see what, but something was there because we saw the children bend down. Then we saw the children's lips move to talk to someone.
Did you look into the sun without difficulty?
Yes, I could look at the sun without pain in my eyes. Everybody around me was making a tremendous noise.
What did you think of all of this?
The people around me were saying they thought this was the end of the world. They were very much afraid. Many were standing, but many others were on their knees and were crying, calling on the Blessed Virgin.
How far away were you, Dominic, from where the children were?
These three children mentioned here were the three Fatima seers, Lucia dos Santos, Francisco Marto, and Jacinta Marto. They had witnessed several miracles and visitations from the Blessed Virgin Mary before this day on October 1917, and word of them had spread across Portugal, drawing the enormous crowds that joined Dominic in the cova on October 13th.
How far away were you, Dominic, from where the children were?
I was, I'd say, between 75 and 100 feet from the children in the tree.
Did you get a chance to get close to the children?
Yes, when everything was finished and the sun rolled back the way it came in.
What did people do when they saw it roll back in the sky? Did people stop crying out?
The people knelt down and prayed real hard. And then Lucia said to pray hard.
Now, I'm going to pause for just a second because something just occurred to me. You're watching this video because you love hearing miraculous stories about Our Lady's love. But what about when you're away from your phone and computer or whatever screen you're watching this on? What about when you want to get away from the internet, but you still want to learn about our Lord and Our Lady? Well, let me introduce you to Crusade Magazine. Crusade Magazine is a beautiful, fully colored, fully Catholic magazine filled with stories about the saints, cutting edge and current Catholic news, prayer suggestions, and so much more. We at American Eats Fatima designed Crusade Magazine to be a way that you to be inspired, informed, and spiritually fulfilled, especially when you want to get away from your electronics. When you sign up to become one of our Child of Mary members, you automatically receive a Crusade Magazine subscription as one of your gifts. So if you want pages and pages of Catholic content at your fingertips, well, click the link in the description down below to become a Child of Mary and have Crusade Magazine delivered straight to your door. Okay, back to our story.
Here are some photographs, Mr. Reis. Is this the way you remember it?
That's in my time. That's the way it was.
This next photograph, Dominic, was taken just a few minutes after the other. Everyone had begun to shout. They put their umbrellas down.
We put the umbrellas down. Lucia started to talk to the people, one here, one bunch there, and some started to kiss the little kid. And then the wind started to blow really hard.
Dominic, we have talked to many witnesses who were there. All speak of the sun. But could it have been the sun, or just so much like the sun that they thought it was the sun?
Well, for my part, it was the sun. But whether it was just a light or not, there was something there. I know for sure. The way the trees were coming down, I don't believe that the children would go to a tree and start moving their lips to a tree. Must have been something there.
During the interview, Dominic goes on to describe the colors he and thousands of others saw on the sun. He said that there were colors all around the sun and that the sun rolled in the sky, but that the clouds didn't roll with it. That the clouds stayed stationary as the sun moved between them, then burned so bright that he and everyone else in the cova felt that they were going to be burned in fire.
Did you think the world was going to be destroyed by fire?
Yes.
The miracle itself could not be photographed because of its brilliance. Even for an eclipse of the sun, photographers could use special equipment to capture images. Yet this was a phenomenon more brilliant than an eclipse. Photographs of the crowd seem as though taken at high noon on a cloudless day. The light was reported as being visible over 30 miles away and appeared as a great red flash 16 miles down in Lieira, Portugal. The colors Dominic saw have been characterized as monochromatic sectors, which appeared to revolve and subsist without any known support. In other words, the colors were not prismatic, like something you would see created by a camera lens or facets of a crystal, but individual rays of color.
Did people think they were going to be crushed by the sun?
That's right.
But then, this matter of the rain and water to which so much testify. What happened with the water?
As soon as the sun went down to the right place, the wind started to blow real hard, but the trees didn't move at all. In a few minutes, the ground was dry as this floor here. Even our clothes had dried. We were walking here and there in our clothes we didn't feel at all. The clothes were dry and looked as though they had just come from the laundry. I believed. I thought, either I'm out of my mind or this was a miracle. A real miracle.
Of course, Dominic, you were only one of thousands of witnesses. Newsmen were there who experienced it. And 2 days later, the newspaper O Século told how the sun danced. Atheists were converted, and soon the Soviets went out of power. But in the 1960s, do you think the world is listening to this message?
I believe some, yes. I believe little by little some listen. But still quite a few all over the world don't listen to it.
This is just one of the many incredible real-life accounts of the Secret Witnesses of Fatima. But can we get even closer to the truth of what really happened in Fatima, Portugal, 1917? Come back next week for episode 2, when we explore the testimony of several secret witnesses who stood right next to the 3 Fatima seers as they witnessed the miracle of the sun. Thanks for watching. To save souls, there needs to be more Fatima-focused content on YouTube. If you agree and you want to help me make more videos, please join our special Child of Mary group. As a Child of Mary, you'll get a beautiful Fatima pin, plus inspiring reports on America Needs Fatima work to save souls. Click the link in the description below to learn more and become a Child of Mary. God love you.